Welcome to Make It Happen Monday, my weekly dose of healthy inspiration. Today I want to highlight a study that truly stopped me in my tracks when I read it, and it needs to really grab your attention too. So first off, this was the largest study to date looking at body weight in relation to brain blood flow and brain activity. And brain blood flow is, kind of where it's at with brain health. Your brain cannot begin to do its job without robust, good blood flow. And of course, brain activity is brain activity. Is your brain operating, or is it, at full speed, or is it operating at half speed or even less? So, what did these very esteemed brain researchers do? They carefully looked at special brain scans called functional MRI SPECT scans of 17,000 brains from 17,000 adults of various ages. For each of the study subjects, they actually scanned their brains twice, once in a resting state, and a second time when they were engaged in a task that required focus and concentration. What were the results? In a stepwise, progressive manner across the board, as a study subject's weight increased from normal weight to overweight to obese, and then morbidly obese, we call that severely obese, there was a striking decrease in blood flow to the brain and activity in the brain, and all over. It was a global, blood flow and brain activity in all regions of the brain was diminished as body weight went up. Now, why is this so eye-opening? Well, first of all, I've already kind of alluded to this. Your brain cells can't function without robust, hearty blood flow, right? And we know that the single most powerful predictor, imaging-wise, of a higher risk or future risk of Alzheimer's or dementia is diminished blood flow. We also know that diminished blood flow is a risk factor for the entire spectrum of mental health disorders: depression, anxiety, PTSD, addiction, ADHD, bipolar, schizophrenia, and frankly, diminished blood flow will boost the risk of any neurodegenerative condition. Okay? Now, what are the current stats on body weight in America? The latest report, 72% of Americans are overweight, and of those, 42% are obese. Now, putting the study findings against the backdrop of those alarming stats on America's collective weight is frankly ominous. But there's some great news, and this is a really important take-home point. We know from amazing validated studies. In fact, I would say that this is one of the greatest of all news in biomedical science of the last 15 years. That brain cells, our brains never lose the capacity to heal, regenerate, and renew. And we call this neuroplasticity, brain plasticity. You can have a total makeover at the tissue level of your brain if you give your brain a healthy environment. And weight control, losing weight if you're overweight, particularly if you're obese, and improving your weight control, maintaining a healthy weight. But how do you achieve that? By eating the right foods and engaging in the right lifestyle activities, right? Can be transformative for brain health and thus quality of life. And that gets me to a really big, exciting, important announcement. And that is that my Weigh Less for Life course is going to officially, and this is the master class, something I've never done before, it is going to officially launch 1 week from today. If you're watching this on Monday, after all, it's called Make It Happen Monday. So let me tell you a little bit about the course because it is unique based on previous courses that I have produced and launched. So with this one, I'm giving you everything I have, including as much as I can possibly give of myself to you personally. So, I've written 2 books on weight loss. My first book, it was a weight loss book. That was 15, 16 years ago. Then I did another weight loss book, completely different, some overlap, about 5 years ago. Science is always advancing, and I saw a need to really, kind of take a hard look at the new science and then incorporate that into a great program. Because again, I know that weight control is the holy grail for health. No questions about it. There's nothing you could do that could more powerfully impact your future health if you're overweight or obese than to get some weight off, right? Anyway, so I spent months, put everything else aside and spent months really looking at that new science and incorporating it into how I was going to teach it. So we have 19 brand new videos that are part of this course, and of course I always take all the notes for you. So there's accompanying handouts, there's plan of actions. This is going to be a small group because again, I'm giving my personal time. I'll explain that in a minute. I'm not taking more than 20 people. Each of those 20 people are going to have a personal one-on-one initial Zoom session with me. I want to see you and get to know you. Then every week for 2 hours, I'm going to offer a Zoom interactive session where you can ask me all of your most pressing questions based on the teaching or other things that may come up along the way. I'm going to use those Zoom sessions also to really motivate you. I mean, I know the deal here. I know all the tricks. I know the shortcuts. I know all the great things. All the hacks that can make building the strategies to Weigh Less for Life into your life more easily. So we'll be doing some of that. We'll have a private Facebook group, particularly, sort of leveraging positivity and cheering each other on and sharing successes, celebrating successes. And you're going to get the kitchen makeover guide because you got to get your food environments right if you want to have a prayer at losing weight and keeping it off. Let's see, what else am I going to be giving in that? I have some great special handouts. A week of meal plans, recipes, breakfasts, lunches, dinners. Each student is going to get a personalized packet. It's going to have signed copies of my books and all the notes and all the handouts that I want you to have. We're going to actually mail that to you, snail mail. It's to get motivated for this class, and actually the work I was going to have to do to create it and produce it and do my work. I went back and read testimonials. I've been getting them for years because I've been doing this a long time, and I'll tell you, it's just wowing to me what people can do for their health when they lose weight and keep it off. I mean, there's just nothing else that can touch it. And so, if you're listening to this and you're someone that needs to lose weight, I encourage you to take a look at the landing page where we flesh out all the things this course entails. It is going to be an investment that will offer, if you take it to heart and you take it to mouth, it will offer a return on your investment that is frankly priceless. So I'd be honored to have you with me. I'd love to hold your hand along the way and watch you and be a part of your life as you voyage on this just incredible journey.